Welcome back to Delphi Labs. I'm going to put this video on YouTube, and there is a limit of 15 minutes per one episode, so that's why I had to stop a moment ago at the moment where we have actually built a standalone web broker Delphi application serving some dynamic content. So our application is displaying current date and time from the server, and also displaying the default content type of HTTP response. Now our goal is to replace this dynamic content with a jQueryMobile boilerplate code. So what I could have done here, I could actually jump into my jQueryMobile page and just replace the content of jQueryMobile in the handler event. I'm going to copy this code because I'm going to need it in my Delphi code, and I'm not going to put this HTML markup in this event. I'm rather going to use a dedicated T-page producer component for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the implementation of this event and remove it. Now I'm going to save this file, so this is going to remove the empty implementation of this event. So I'm going to press on save, and notice that the default handler is going to disappear. Okay, so now I have just an empty page. I'm going to move to my default layout, and I'm going on the page, I'm going to put a page producer component. So in the internet there is quite a lot of different components in the internet page, and I'm going to add a page producer. So page producer is a component that can actually produce content. So let me actually move to a default handler. So note that default handler has a producer or producer content property. So this is a convenient place where I can actually connect my page producer. So the content of the page producer is going to be served by this default handler. So page producer has a HTML file property, so this is where I can point it to a static HTML file, but it also has a HTML doc property, which is a strings property, and this is where I can actually copy my jQueryMobile boilerplate. So notice that this boilerplate has some title. I'm going to actually replace this title with WebBroker jQueryMobile boilerplate, and I'm going to keep the rest as is. So if I click on OK and now rerun my application, I should see that this is my jQueryMobile boilerplate served by a Delphi WebBroker application. I'm going to do some refactorings to make this even a better starting point for implementing my DataSnap client that is going to serve dynamic content. So first of all, in the page producer provides an onHTML tag event. So this is a very useful event where you can provide some dynamic content. So for if you enter into your HTML markup, so-called, I can actually open these contents of the string list editor in the editor itself, so that's much more convenient. I can replace parts of this code with so-called transparent tags. So there are actually two places in this content that can be parameterized. So I'm going to take this WebBroker jQueryMobile boilerplate, press Ctrl X to remove it, and I'm going to remove this content with a transparent tag. The transparent tag has the hash sign, and I'm going to call this tag doc title. So now if I go to my web module main in the onProducer event, I can actually start coding and say if it's the same text, and I'm going to specify the tag string. So the tag string can be my doc title. So I'm going to also put this doc title here, title. Then I'm going to replace text. So this is my parameter here. So I'm going to, so this is the parameter passed by value, and I can replace it with my title. So let's have a look if this is going to work. So if it's a different thing, I'm going to just replace it with nothing. So just to have a proper implementation. Let's have a look if this is going to work. So notice this is my transparent tag. So during the page producer, when it encounters such a transparent tag, which is denoted with the hash symbol, this will actually fire on HTML tag event, and I can use it to replace it with some dynamic content. So that's the first step, is actually to replace it with just a different title. Let's rerun my application. Yes, I'm going to save it, start it, and open the browser. Okay, so I see that this is still WebBroker jQueryMobile boilerplate. So that's actually working. Let me close some of those guys. Okay, so I'm going to stop the application now. And let's replace the main body of the page with a transparent tag as well. So this will be completely dynamic. So I'm going to copy this text here, and instead of calling this doc title, I'm going to call it doc body. So I'm going to put a transparent tag called doc body. Doc body, it's fine. So that's my actually I can now close this guy because it's now completely finished. So I have two dynamic parts. So the doc title is going to be dynamically replaced, and the whole body of the document is going to be replaced as well. So I'm going to close this guy, and now I'm going to add some more code. So if the tag is doc body, like this, then I'm going to replace it with this text. So let me actually, I need to add some code here. So I'm going to do it like this for every line that I have some source code, like this. Okay, and it has to be finished with an apostrophe as well. So I'm going to do it like this, like this, like this, and like this. So now this should work fine, but then, and we are missing one else statement here. Okay, so now we have a fully dynamic jQuery mobile template. So still we have just refactored this code, and it still displays the same jQuery mobile boilerplate. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I know that the implementation of my body, or the contents of my doc body, is going to be much more complex than this static boilerplate. So I don't want to keep this inside the same web module main. I would like to actually move it to a different data module, with its sole purpose will be to provide a dynamic content that I'm going to use on my web page. So instead of replacing this text with a static string, I'm going to add to my application a data module. I'm going to add a data module. So I have a Delphi files, and in Delphi files I'm going to look for a data module. So this is going to be my data module. I'm going to call it data module HTML unit. So this is going to be my data module HTML. Okay, click on save. And also I need to make sure that this is called data module HTML. Okay. Also, what I don't want is I don't want to create this data module automatically. So I need to go to the project options, and inside the project options, inside the forms, I'm going to move this data module from the auto created forms to available forms, so it's not created for me automatically. I want to create it on the fly. Okay. So in the web module, in this unit, I'm going to use my new data module HTML unit. Okay, and I'm going to dynamically create an instance of this module. So I'm not going to really need this variable, so I like to have it commented out. So I'm going to take this name and define in the var section. So I have a local variable called data module that is of my type data module, and I'm going to just instantiate an instance of such a module at the beginning of my event handler, and I'm going to provide one big try finally block to make sure that this DM3, that this data module is properly freed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement on this data module two methods. So this is going to be two methods. So there's going to be one method called get title that will return a string, and the second will be get body, also returning a string. So Ctrl+Shift+C for class completion. And for the title, we want to, actually I like to have it in the opposite order, so I'm going to put it like this. So I'm going to remove it, this get title result equals and web module main. This is my title. I'm going to put this here, and instead of, so here I need to do a dm dot get title. Has not yet been compiled, so it does not see it. I can actually try to do it like this, and I don't need this guy. And here I'm going to take the whole content of my boilerplate code and replace it with get body. Okay, so that's much more manageable. I'm going to do it a nice indentation as well, Ctrl+KI, and here I'm going to provide a result equals and my boilerplate. So now in the next part of this tutorial, I'm going to provide dynamic content using jQueryMobile with data coming from Interbase, a database served by my DataSnap server application, so I can build a scalable database system. Okay, let's run this application to see that it's still working as it used to work. So now we have been doing some refactoring, so now we are ready to build a DataSnap server and provide a dynamic content here. Thank you very much.